digital interactions are growing, and as digital interactions go, the inclusions of number types of businesses that get into this space is also going to expand. Today, if you look at the total number of sellers that are there in the space, there are about 100 million businesses that transact in retail, e-retail, and all of that. And if you have to again further break them down, they are primarily into these four clusters. There are 20,000 large format merchants and retailers in. We have mid-market merchant retailers and then we have single owner outlets. Now these, about 70 million of them are registered, and then we have about 35 million SMBs that are not registered. Now today, if you look at the ad spend that's happening in the country, we are at about $3 billion spend that happens, and this is expected to go to about $15 billion. And bulk of the spend will not be happening from the large players. It is the small players that will get into the space. Even if you look at the e-commerce penetration today, we are at about 4.3%. Whereas if you look at other countries in the similar ground, countries are at around 25%. So one big bet that we are taking is on ONDC helping India transform from the 4.3% to 25% of the world standard. And from there on, trying to build our solutions around them. Now, without further delay, I want to introduce to you our solution. This is our launch video for all of you. All right. So let me just unlock the total solution. The solution is targeted for SMBs, small businesses, to digitize them and get them into the e-commerce space. Now, to do that, we've picked up 4 strong modules that are part of their day-to-day life, and there are challenges today for them to adopt into the e-commerce. The first one is the seller registration. The seller registration today on ONDC takes about 3 to 4 days. There are a lot of operational challenges that we are trying to solve. We've partnered with a company called N-Store. We will have them here in a few minutes. And we were trying to figure out how can we bring this activation from 3 to 4 days to less than an hour, right? This was the problem that we're trying to solve. Second, you can get any SMB registered. The biggest challenge that he'll have is, how does he list his products onto a store? He doesn't have, photographers, a marketing budget, content, special copywriters to build content and start uploading the catalog. That's one of the biggest challenges they have. So how do we solve that? So we worked around solutions around it. The third one is like, the Sasio mentioned earlier, right? Most users today have a basic handset. Some of them who can afford an app and smartphone do not use any apps on their phone for doing business because they're not used to, right? So how do you solve that problem? How do you give them order updates? How do you confirm? How do you do settlement? How do you do payouts? How do you give them the visibility of the entire thing? That's the third problem that we had to solve. And finally, the fourth was offer management, right? Now you are putting a small SMB to fight against giants, right? How do you enable these SMBs to fight in a way that they play on level playing ground in selling products? So these are the 4 modules with the problem statements, and we've figured out solutions across all of them. So to begin with, we brought down the entire onboarding process to just about 5 minutes for the SMB. In fact, Pradeep and Sudarshan will, definitely explain how we did it. But I joined them on the field We went and onboarded them. We just asked them to give their information about the store. We asked them to download their KYC documents, and we were done in just about 5 minutes. And in 1 hour, their store was active, right? We also solved the cataloging problem, and this is something that we brought creativity. The first one, we use intelligent catalog creation. Now, biggest challenge is we went to a hotel and he says, how do I give my catalog? We told him simple, just hold on to your menu and click a photograph. We will extract the contents from your menu card. We will create a catalog and it will come for you for approval. The retail guy said, I have products stacked into my rack. How do I go about creating a catalog? We said simply point at your rack and click a photograph, and we will extract products from it and build a catalog and send it to you for approval. We also said for customers who have standard products, bulk of the SMBs sell the same standard products. So N-Store built a pre-bundled catalog that enabled them to simply select the products and upload the catalog instantly. So they don't need photographs or anything. They pretty standard products. They don't change in any case. Thirdly, we also we focused on this archetype of specifically home decor and restaurants where the products are not standard. You need targeted, unique products. I made a special dish today. I did a beautiful pottery today, right? I want to market this, right? I should be able to just click a photograph of that product, key in the information and submit, and it should be published for ONDC for the world to purchase, right? And we worked on the third one. Then we have the large format players, right? Who had an inventory system, who had the list of products available with them. For them, what we did was build a simple Excel upload. You upload your Excel and our system will take care of constructing the catalog. And with this, we solved, I don't say this is the end, but these are the large use cases that we identified and we solved them. When it comes to purchasing and order management, here's the product, right? On the buyer app, and it can be any buyer app. You search for a product, order confirmation comes to the user. Now, what's important is the user gets this notification on WhatsApp. He clicks on the button confirm order, and once he confirms the order, somebody comes and picks up the order, and then they get an alert saying that amount is credited into account. We brought the entire journey of how they would use it on the app directly on the WhatsApp interface. With this, we are truly digitizing his business. This is the first step. Once we have digitized his business, it's now enabling him with tools, right? With the campaign tools, customer management tool, doing with this business and activating about 70 million, registered SMBs to join this workforce. And that's the transformative solution that we've built. And to speak a little more, I call upon Pradeep and Sudarshan, who will kind of give their experience. They've been a great team. We've collaborated with them very well. They've been very, so thanks teams. And it'll be nice maybe for you to walk us through some
Thank you. Good afternoon. Happy to be here presenting this solution. First, a disclaimer, though there is a lot of discussion that happened on ONDC, but still I'm sure there are a lot of questions about what is ONDC and how it works. Because of paucity of time, we are going to be here for the next 2 days, and we will be more than happy to speak to you and chat with you on what ONDC can do to your business. Quickly coming into the presentation. See, WhatsApp in a way actually democratized conversations, right? I mean, today, every conversation is happening on WhatsApp. And similarly, ONDC is looking at democratizing commerce. And hence, we thought that the power of a combination of these two solutions is going to be extremely disruptive. And if you do this, then magic is going to happen. And that's exactly what we've tried doing together. And what is it that is going to happen for a merchant is that it is going to create experience for merchant as well as for the consumer, and which is going to be contextual, it is going to be consistent, and it is going to be, creative. So these are the experiences that you can create. The slides are okay. So that's the kind of collaboration that WhatsApp can bring to the table. And as Leon just explained, the whole experience from a merchant standpoint is going to be extremely simple, and he doesn't need to have a single app to manage his store whatsoever. And he will receive orders, he will update his content, he will update everything on his WhatsApp store itself. And just to talk about what N-Store is all about, just a couple of minutes. We started back in 2017 working with the small stores, SMBs, and large brands to bring them onto the product discovery and digital enablement. And we are one of the very early participants in ONDC. We play as a network participant, and we also do a technology solution provider role. And we've actually onboarded many brands and small stores onto ONDC, and we're seeing a tremendous traction being built up over the last 1 year.